the music's done now.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on?
I think we're live.
We're live. And we're in studio. Yeah, we had our after hours live event last night where we take our show on the road essentially and just have fun in person. But now we're back to the podcast. And this is episode, I want to say it's 13, maybe it's 14. I think I might have.
I feel like you might be right. I think we are on 14-ish.
Well, let's go lucky number 14, shall we?
We do this every Friday.
Either way.
And we do this on a lot of platforms, not only on the podcast platform that you may be listening to after the fact, but we're streaming it live actually on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, Twitch.
Cannon String.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cannon
all of
String.
the things. We want to be everywhere and make sure that you can be part of the conversation. So as we're talking about this today, please feel free to give us your input by commenting below and joining the conversation because you're a part of the podcast. So very interesting. Blake is already here. Blake, what's going on, buddy, on Instagram? It is Sleepless Friday as well. Just he wanted to point that out. But our main portion, that might be grounds for divorce, don't you think?
Sleepless Fridays? Yes.
Funny you say that, man.
Yeah, because divorce is quite the hot topic today.
Yeah.
If you have not heard.
Yeah.
Golden Bachelor, Gary and his lovely bride, calling it quits. Calling it quits. And it's been less than 4 months since they tied the knot. So it didn't last very long. They've released quite a big, long statement. If you want me to read some of it.
Yeah.
I can do that. They announced it on Good Morning America today. And they said this is one of those things where it's best for the happiness of each of us to live apart. They said they never could agree upon where to live. They never bought a house together. Ultimately decided to go their separate paths. Now, Gary says, Golden Bachelor says, I'm still in love with Teresa. I root for her every day, but found it challenging to live together in the public eye after shooting to fame on the show. They also decided they weren't going to try and pretend to anyone. And they are also telling people that were so inspired by their late in love story to stay hopeful. Now, Al Roker did not buy into that on the Today Show.
He didn't.
I got it right. I wrote it down what he said. Well, it just proves that old people can be just as stupid. That was Al Roker.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is very insightful because obviously a big thing, The Bachelor, where some of these younger individuals maybe are going on there, not necessarily to try to find love, they say so, but are more so trying to, create a brand, right? And get that fame, get that notoriety.
Oh, I thought they were really going on there to find love.
Right.
I mean.
But then you have the Golden Bachelor and it's kind of the same thing where it's like they're in the spotlight. They're going through a lot of the same things and same, ideas.
And I do think they went on there to find a partner.
Actual love. Yeah.
But they said they struggled with catapulting to fame and then trying to live in the public eye.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's hard for people.
You know what? I don't know.
No. You're going to be skeptical.
No, I'm just saying that what did they expect going into this? It's not like The Bachelor is something new.
Well, so Beam Tribe on our Instagram says, shocker.
Right.
So,
That's my point. I mean, it's like, okay, then they should have to give back anything that they made off the Bachelor.
I don't agree with that.
It's like you go to a wedding and they cancel the wedding. We should get that gift back.
No, I mean,
there is something to say I couldn't live in the fame. What did you expect?
Well, you
folks?
don't know until it happens, but there's something called Bachelor Nation, and it's crazy. It's like a mania. So how are they supposed to know?
Well, research Bachelor Nation and know going into it, okay, this is going to be kind of where we in the spotlight. To say that we couldn't live in the spotlight, what did you expect?
I think they had good intentions.
They were a reality show star.
It could be more of Gary snored really bad. You don't know until they've only
never
known
lived
each other
together.
a short amount of time. They've spent the night.
But it said they've never even lived together. So it's almost like they didn't have plans. They even gave it a try. I cry foul. I cry fraud.
Oh, come on. That's a heavy word.
I do think, though, it is different, though. Again, when you're going through this process, when you're, in their age, you think you know what the fame's about. The younger kids, college students or fresh out of college, they know that it's like social media and that's how they were raised, right?
Yeah.
I think it is a little bit different with the Golden Bachelor situation. Do I think that it should be as big of a shock? No.
I mean, he was walking through the airport here in Indianapolis and his daughters live here, or one of them. And so he was recognized at the airport and he's always stopped and talked to people and been nice, but maybe that's just not a life that he was planning on. And now It's going to happen everywhere he goes.
Well, and you're trying to do it in a time frame too,
Right.
where it's like you're trying to smash all of this regular courting, if you will, this relationship to get to this point of marriage into a TV show season.
Right.
And granted, we don't know exactly how long it was because they compress everything down and edit and trim and all the magic of television and recorded programming. But Blake has a good point too, that finding the one should never be rushed, right? And I feel like that is exactly the basis of every one of these shows. Like, hurry up and find that person.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Blake sounds like a romantic.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's also a Save This Friday supporter, by the way.
Wait, you just said, "Oh yeah," like you know.
Well, just from that statement,
Oh,
I feel like, yeah.
okay.
Okay, so here's the other thing too. Yeah, I think there might be more to it. I mean, we couldn't find a place. Okay, I mean, alternate places. Have two places. You have enough money.
Every married couple, regardless of age, goes through that.
Right.
So no.
So maybe it is snoring. Maybe there's a sleep apnea machine that just runs, and she's like, I can't take it. I don't know. Right.
But I wouldn't think the newness has worn off, and it's been 4 months, not even.
Was he challenged that he had to pick a contestant, or could he have gone and said, you know what, none of these work?
I think
I'm serious. Or was he pressured into picking somebody? He's like, well, okay.
No, he clearly had love feelings. I mean, he shared that. You could see it.
Yeah.
Or was it all
he
put
loved
on?
her. It was not put on. Don't be that way.
Yeah.
I am that way.
I know you are.
Let me ask you this, because that is a different avenue too, that this is obviously such a big thing to go and live your life out on a TV show the same way that they did. Would you ever, Deb, do that? Kevin, would you ever do that?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
Because I'm not naive enough to think that, it's going to be just perfect. I would know going into that. That's why I think they should have known going into that it was going to be all these.
I don't think you know until you're in it. I don't think how would you know?
Yeah. Well, even, I mean, here's what I'll say too. And again, just, as a guy going through dating and all this stuff, where you are dating one person just off camera, and that's hard enough, right? But now you're going to be dating a bunch of people, and having different scenarios arise.
That's the weird thing about the show. I like the show, but I do think it's weird that you're kissing this girl one day, and the next day you kiss this girl.
Follow the whole relationship, the whole marriage.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is they're pressured into doing that.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he's proposing to somebody maybe he wasn't ready to. I don't know.
If you're streaming this with us on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, comment below. You can join the conversation. We're getting a lot of messages here on Instagram as well.
So Matt, you didn't answer your question though. Would you go on a reality show?
Hell no.
Okay, he said no way.
Not a chance. No
Deb,
way.
Can we say this? I didn't clear this with Deb ahead of time.
Oh boy.
No,
he does this all the time.
Well,
Deb, can I ask you as we're asking you?
Years ago, you were actually approached to be on a reality show.
Yes.
And
yes.
Yes.
But it wasn't just me, it was my whole family.
Yeah, it was a working
Does that
family.
mean we're dysfunctional? Is that what that meant?
It's because it was people in the media and they thought there'd be, her life is kind of different.
They thought it would be like follow the mom around who goes in and gets to interview these country stars.
Yeah.
So I guess, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But then
So did you struggle with that decision to do it or not do it?
Well, the decision came down to would I get final say in what's shown?
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Yeah,
and not only that, it wasn't just my story to tell. I had 2 young boys that I was thinking of. So it was a no for. And plus, do you want to see Greg in a bubble bath every other day? No. So it was
I was
a no
hoping
for
she'd
me.
say yes so I could be on TV, but it wasn't going to happen.
Oh my God. Yeah, the benefits you would have had from it. Oh,
I wouldn't have done it either.
No, absolutely. That's just, the fact that you had been approached is pretty cool. But what a different, because you never know how that's going to go.
Right.
And the way that public perception has changed.
It can eat you alive.
Yeah.
So you need to have some privacy at one point.
So I don't understand. Are you coming to my side of the table and
I'm
saying, maybe Kevin's right. Maybe they should have known going into this.
No, I'm not coming to your side of the table because I feel like you're saying that they did it for fame or that they were that they should have known better.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like you don't know until you're in it. I do think.
Well, you knew before you were in it.
Listen, I'm saying to you, I had young kids. That wasn't the right thing to do for them.
Matt's disappeared now.
But look, Gary is smoking hot, and he was trying to find love. I think he had good intentions. I thought they made a cute couple. I think it'll happen for him. You know what's going to happen is he'll probably end up with Leslie, the runner-up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm thinking.
Oh, well, then he made the wrong choice to begin with, is what you're thinking.
Do you know who Leslie is? Because I have no idea.
I don't know either.
She's the one who
just nod your head.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Katie says, good morning, Deb, Kevin, and Matt. Michael only says hi to you, Deb.
Hi, Michael.
Just so you know, so. Okay, so here's my question then, because obviously we went through the dating reality shows, Bachelor, Bachelorette, Golden Bachelor, all that other stuff. Is there a reality show that you would actually be okay with, competition wise, maybe even where
Ninja Warrior.
You think you could do Ninja
I'm on
Warrior?
it. I love Ninja Warrior.
All right. We
I
got to
could
find
do
a
it.
course then here in town because I want to put you to the test on that.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
I think it'd be fun.
Kevin?
Mine would be one of those home improvement ones where they go in and you have like Ben and Aaron or someone that comes in and actually redoes your home and you get to stand around and watch them do it.
So what if you don't like it? There have been some that didn't.
I like anything that they do.
Really?
Yeah. And Dave and Jenny Mars, their show, any of those people I would do.
What about you, Matt?
Chip and Joanna Gaines. Should I keep going?
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, so right. First, I want to invite you to comments as well, too. And we encourage that, too, because that helps us be interactive with you, too, because this is also part of your podcast as well. But I would say, I thought you for sure were going to say like man versus food, because that would be a fun one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's still a thing.
Yeah.
Because we all love food. And
I don't know if Ninja Warrior is still a thing. Is it?
I think it is.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
It is.
I would probably say diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah.
Because I just think that's fun to go to these mom and pop shops. You know?
I love that show. I will watch episode after episode.
Or I'd be on the they have baking wars. I'd be on a baking show.
Oh yeah.
Reality baking
Is it
show.
cake?
Ooh,
But
I
couldn't
love that
actually
one.
How about
bake.
this?
Yeah.
How about a
love that.
baking show while doing ninja moves?
That would be insane. Wow.
Or a baking show where you meet your man.
Rocky says good morning from Bologna. So
From where?
Bologna,
Where's
Indiana.
that?
I don't know. Where is that, Rocky?
I have never heard of that in my life.
Well,
find out.
we got somebody here. We
Bologna,
appreciate
it's
it.
2 L's.
Yeah.
Bologna. Okay.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I
Oh,
think I
there's
am.
Katie. Hi, Katie.
Oh yeah.
You said earlier that's Michael. That's my friend Michael from high school.
Oh,
that's high
okay.
school Michael.
No wonder he
Oh
said oh
my
hi to only you.
gosh,
That makes
no
sense.
wonder. I just now saw that. Kreider, I cannot believe that. I haven't talked to him he lives in Nashville.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I've met
Forever.
him.
He's an author.
I've met him.
Nice.
Yeah, down in Nashville.
So let's ask
Why didn't you
him
say hi to me, Michael?
this question. Let's ask him this question because this is what Blake is asking us too, going back to the dating conversation in regard to that. What do y'all think is a trait required to make a relationship work?
Communication.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's real good.
I actually
Deb.
don't think it will work if you don't have it.
Yeah.
I will say for me, honesty has to be there.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that,
Yeah.
that follows you.
Yeah.
It follows you through the rest of the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Both those are extremely good answers, and you kind of need both of them. So I don't know if you can narrow down to just one, but yeah, honesty, and then you got to be able to communicate. You can't communicate. There's a problem there.
Yeah. And be, let's say this too, honest communication, right?
Yeah.
Because if the way that I say that is, because I'm the guy who isn't with anybody.
I feel like we're on the couch. This
I'm
is
not
like a therapy
married, right? But the way I look at it is if you are feeling a certain way, the more that you stuff that down, the more it's going to come to a head, and it's going to blow up, and it's going to cause more damage.
Backfire. So when are you going to tell people that you wear those fake abs?
Those aren't real.
Never.
So you were pretty adamant you would not go on a reality show, but if they were to come out and say, "Hey, we want to do the next Bachelor is going to be from Indianapolis and he's a DJ," you would not want to be that guy.
And what
Not
if
a
they
chance.
dangle
Really?
a carrot of like 50,000?
$100.
Sold. Give me a free pizza. I'm in. No. It's one of those things that I don't want to put anybody else through that. And I also, again, I don't want to date multiple people in general. Like I just can't. I can't.
That's not you. And
No.
and those who don't know Matt personally, like we do, I can see that. That's true. Matt would not find that a good thing at all.
Amy says hello. Oh, she says honesty, #1 quality.
Yeah.
Oh, the Rocky's got a good one. Laughter.
That's a good one. Rocky says down by Seymour, Brownstown area too.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
where,
okay.
Bologna is. So,
Hi, Cherie. Good morning.
and Clinton, Indiana, showing up here as well from Loretta. Hello. Joyce has a blank there, so I'm not sure what that was, but I hope it was good. And then Blake says he would be on Wipeout,
Oh, I
that's a
love
great-
Wipeout.
Yes,
That's a good
That's
one.
fun to watch.
and he also says patience. That is
Patience,
a big attribute that
yeah.
you need to have.
Yeah.
So those are good too.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to again join the conversation and Give us your response. What do you think it takes to have that relationship? Or would you ever consider being on a reality show? And let's maybe even narrow it down at this point. Would you consider being on The Bachelor or Bachelorette? Like, is that a thing? Because
if you're single,
right? Yes.
Gotta be single.
Yeah, what a way to start that relationship.
Right.
Isn't she married?
Yeah.
I think they do a background check, I'm pretty sure. Now, Amber says, I can't imagine Matt on a dating show, but I'd totally watch it.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I'm interested to know why you can't imagine. I wonder why she says that.
I don't know.
Do we want to know?
I mean, I'm not that guy. I try to avoid all of that stuff. Valerie, listening in Sheridan. Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you, Valerie, very nice.
That. Yeah, I think that if you were going to do it seems like a bad basis again to start a relationship, to date a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But you do know that's what you're getting into when you go into it. You sign up for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know, by intentions and people not. The biggest fear that I would have, honestly, besides obviously the having their date and then if it was me, all my weirdness, I'm awkward. I'm so weird.
No, you're not.
I think I am.
No.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for being kind.
No, he's not weird.
But the biggest thing that I would think about that is, these women that are on there, are they actually invested in me? And because I have dated before, and this is, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, dated a couple women that told you what you wanted to hear.
Oh.
And that's all it was. So you're like, oh my God. And so like I fell and they're like, and just saying things that it just wasn't honesty, wasn't truthful.
Sure.
And it was misleading. That sucks.
Well, I don't know if you guys watched the most recent season of The Bachelor, but I did, Joey. And he ended up picking Kelsey, which I did love Kelsey. She was my number one pick. But I remember thinking as he picked her, because there's a shower scene, an outdoor shower scene with Daisy, who was the runner-up. And I remember thinking, oh boy, if I'm Kelsey, I wouldn't even watch it back. I'd be so frustrated with the makeout sessions that he has with all these other people when he's supposed to be falling in love with me.
Yeah.
And if anybody remembers that shower scene, Daisy in the red bathing suit, I'd be thinking, oh heck no, that's not happening.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to, if I'm Kelsey, able to watch it back. I'd get jealous.
Yeah. But then you have to hear it from your friends.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, that's true.
And
but then again, Kelsey, she signed up for that. She knew that he would be,
And you also wonder how much of that show is scripted, where the producers are like, okay, this is what you want to happen.
Yeah. So Katie says, listening from Indianapolis, but from Arcadia, Indiana. And then Amber says, I just think it would be an uncomfortable situation for him. He's a public guy, but also very private. I am. And most of my life.
She's talking about you.
Yeah. Most of my life is a very open book. Whatever. But like, I'm the kind of guy where I don't want to kiss in public.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like a little peck or whatever. Okay. But like that's,
You're not doing tongue wagging.
Hell no. No, that is not a place for that.
But he is quite the catch, ladies, because he knows how to make meat gravy.
That's right. We got to come up with a fancy name for that.
Yeah. No. And if you don't know what that is, just search our social media.
Yeah,
you'll see the recipe
name.
of it.
Alpo.
Yeah. No, it's not.
No.
So Darla says the dating scenarios on The Bachelor are actually unrealistic. Most men are not that romantic. Yeah, Joey seemed to be so in touch with his sentimental side, and you did think, wow, he doesn't really represent the man stereotype. So maybe she's right about that. It's not your everyday guy.
It's not authentic.
I
think that's the biggest thing.
But it's reality, what they say, at least.
Yeah,
it's not.
I don't know. If you want to join the conversation, you have things to say, comment below and let us know your position. So thank you for all the input so far. And Blake also says, serve it up, Matt. So
do you find it odd that we talked about this on a Friday? I think Matt did this on purpose, talking about Matt being single and he just happens to be sleeveless.
Hey, Matt, which way is the beach, Matt? Which way?
Oh no! Oh, gag!
That way? It's not upstairs.
We're in Indiana. What beach?
That's right. Geist.
I used to think Matt had good judgment, but I just found out no, he doesn't. He went ahead and did the joke.
Yeah. And I didn't do push-ups this morning before.
This podcast might be 20 minutes longer than it should have been.
We also have. Oh no, that's all we got. All right. So yeah. Well, speaking of, we should probably wrap this up.
Okay.
Yeah. So let us know what your thoughts are. If you want to continue, joining the conversation about the fact that the Golden Bachelor and his wife are wrapping things up.
Gary is
ending it.
back on the market, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, would you ever consider being on a dating reality show, or is there a different reality show that you're like, yeah, I'd try that? So
Yeah.
All right,
comment
Matt.
below.
It's last chance to flex.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
give me
Oh,
3
no.
seconds.
Oh, no. He's going to do some
We're
push-ups.
creating a monster.
Oh,
What are you
Deb,
doing?
You're the one that asked, Deb. What were you thinking?
I don't know. Let's
Can we
this
turn this off?
Let's
Okay.
I did
goodbye.
push-ups.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
I'm out of breath. It was only like 4 push-ups.
Goodbye.